Thrilled with the option coming up. We've got something from our beautiful friends that bring us storage solutions, but right now it's today's bonus buy. This is Kansas City Steak Company, 8 count of 8 ounces of the boneless ribeye steaks. This brand is one that we've turned to since 1932. It's family owned and operated. It has a long reputation for many years, and at our best value of the day here on our second channel, this is how we're getting all set up for the holidays. So this is boneless ribeye steaks. They're tender, they're juicy, and quite frankly, with the cost of groceries, the prices are just going through the roof. We've got a great deal for you today because you're getting all 8 of them for 5 easy payments of $30, and you're getting them for $31.52 less today. You can get a single shipment, or you can get that auto delivery every 90 days for 1 year. The seasoning packets even come with it. It's super easy to do, and Chef Ralph Pallarino is going to walk us through it and tell us all about it. Chef, I was checking in on the chat, we love the world's tallest elf shirt. Yeah. It's good to see you back in the show.
It's good to be something, right? This is great. And listen, I love the holidays, and I didn't tell you this before, but I actually this year put lights on the house for my kids, and they went crazy. And you know what? I was feeling it, and I was really feeling it. I know we'd have fun this show, and that's why I'm feeling this right now. These ribeyes, these 8-ounce ribeyes, perfectly good to share. And look at how juicy. Let's just see how juicy these are for a second, because let's make no mistake. You know what a ribeye is, Mary? It comes from the prime rib. This is prime rib. It's just cut into 8-ounce, half-inch pieces, right? And now you can sear these, you can grill these, you can air fry these. You're still going to get that tremendous tenderness that eats like a prime rib, but then that beautiful sear because of that nice fat marbling in a steak. So this is the ribeye. Make no mistake, it's the richest, beefiest, most marbled piece of meat on the cattle. And here we have it. I love this so much.
We love it too. And you know, ribeye is such a popular cut in steakhouses. It's such a popular cut for us to try to make it home. But quite frankly, not all of us have the confidence of a trained chef like you, Ralph, to cook them at home. How easy is it? And can you walk us through what do we need to do? How much on each side? Give us that confidence to make them ourselves.
All right, so it basically, it comes frozen. So what you're gonna do ideally is you're gonna put this steak in the refrigerator for about 24 hours, okay? We wanna naturally let it defrost. And then, by the way, see all that marbling, that beautiful marbling? That's gonna melt in that meat and baste the meat as you're cooking it. Now, the day of, you wanna bring this to room temperature, so let it sit on the countertop, because, Mary, you never wanna put a cold piece of meat into the apparatus that you're cooking this on, because then you're not gonna get an even cooking. So bring it up to room temperature. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a paper towel. That is the biggest tool in your kitchen when you're talking about a steak. Pat that dry, because moisture kills a steak. Now you have this. What I like to do, I take a little bit of olive oil. I hit it, because again, that will basically either create some flare up on the grill, which gives you that nice crust, or in the pan. And because the ribeye, as you see, is so heavily marbled, you don't need a lot of anything in the pan. Then you take your steak seasoning that we gave you, okay? And you just liberally kind of douse it with that. And as we talked about before, Mary, go crazy with your seasoning, because about 50% of it will actually kind of come off while you're cooking it. Then what do? You take a hot pan, okay? Nice hot pan like this, or your grill, and you just take it really nicely and you put it in and you don't touch it, okay? Then what you do is you kind of hit it, a little bit of seasoning on that side, a couple garlic cloves in there like this. We're gonna put it back on the heat, and then, Mary, let's check on this later. That's how easy it is, okay? I'm just gonna kind of backtrack like that. All right.
What I love too, Ralph, is that we can set ourselves up for success here. We can get that single shipment, or we can get auto delivery every 90 days for 1 year. So you get to lock in that today's bonus buy price. You know, the seasoning that Ralph was just showing you comes along with it. And I love to, Ralph, are these the little packages that are resealable for the seasoning?
Yes, right here.
Yeah, I love that. You can clamp it back shut so it'll stay nice right on the cabinet. But 5 easy payments of $30. You know, an 8-ounce size, I would actually be okay with sharing with somebody. I mean, that's a lot of steak.
It is. And you know what? It's a rich steak. So because the ribeye, unlike a filet, is so marbled and just has lots of great fat in it, it's going to be richer than any other steak on the cattle. So you're not going to need a lot of it. So let's have some fun with half a piece of steak. Now, this is dinner for my wife and I tonight. So I'm going to take a half of one of those beautiful ribeyes, just like this. Okay. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take some crab meat, Mary. Okay.
Ooh.
Now this is anybody could do this, right? So now you put the crab meat, and again, nice. You want to make this. This is date night. This is birthday. This is having friends over. Beautiful like that. Then I go over and I hit it with a little bit of olive oil. And what I like to use is a finishing olive oil, a really rich olive oil to kind of just bring everything together. Then, Mary, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be fancy because, again, this is a ribeye. If you give someone a gift, this is the best gift, which I'll show you. And then you just hit with a little bit of fig balsamic. And then look at that. That's a half a piece, beautifully plated, date night, birthday, friends over, holiday, Christmas. Check that out.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
A little bit of crab meat.
And you know
That's
what?
all you
know what,
need.
too? We don't have a huge amount of these to go around. So when it comes to today's bonus buy, please don't wait. I know we just launched it at 11 a.m. Eastern time, already popular in the show, but we don't have a lot of these to go around. We now have fewer than 1,600 sets remaining. So here's why I say that. When it comes to the holiday season, there's never time to get to the grocery store, it seems like. It's 2 weeks until Christmas. This is our best value of the day here on our second channel. And I want you to think about maybe you're hosting a small gathering this year. Maybe there are people that you're not able to spend time with that you'd like to ship this to them. You know, my parents were going to come visit this year, and now it turns out we've had a change of plans and they're not going to be able to come. I still want their meal to be special, and I know that we're still going to have holidays to come that are incredibly special. But when you see that Kansas City Steak Company box coming to your house, you know that what's on the inside is the best of the best. And you know that with this offer in particular, you're getting 8 of those 8-ounce boneless ribeye steaks. When the bone's in, that intimidates some people for cooking. We took the bone out. Now you're getting all of that marbleization, all of that juiciness, all of that flavor, and it's easier to cook than ever, and you're getting that today's bonus buy price. It could cost you $181.50. Our price today is $31.52 less. Please don't miss out on this opportunity. This is a price that's available now. It is available in single shipment. It's also available in auto delivery. So if you want to keep a great thing coming every 90 days for 1 year, you can absolutely do so. But here's how easy that is to manage. You can skip a shipment at any time. I've done it myself. You can cancel your auto delivery at any time. But what you can't do is come back in the future and get this today's bonus buy price that you see right now. So when it comes to making the holiday special, Kansas City Steak Company has us covered. When it comes to making the value special, QVC and QVC2 has us covered. And this is not only great for your table, but great to ship to loved ones too. And when it comes to this flavor, help me, Ralph, describe what sets Kansas City Steak Company beef apart from everybody else's?
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to taste, Mary, and I wish you could taste these. And I'm going to taste one in a second. I haven't had these, and I would say probably about a month. So when you talk about flavor, I'm just going to eat a little piece because I really want to be authentic when I describe to you what this tastes like. Okay. Richness, butteriness, tender, okay? Unlike some cuts of meat, it just tastes like meat. It tastes like really aged, beautiful meat. And that's the difference, that mouthfeel you get. You don't get in many steaks because at Kansas City Steak Company, all we care about is taste. How do you get taste? Well, you dictate the diet of the cattle. Work closely with the farmers. And then you wet age these for 28 days. It sits in its own juices for 28 days, becomes more tender, more robust. And if you could think of a prime rib, which is already off the charts tender, it gets even more tender. You know what we call this? Butcher's butter. Remember that, Mary. Butcher's butter. And as I go like this, right, I'm going to check that beautiful steak we have.
Let's see it. I was just going to ask you.
Okay. It's beautiful. Look at that.
Nice.
Searing. You got the garlic in there. I'm going to put a little butter in there, Mary. Check this out. Little bit of butter in there.
I love your definition of little butter, by the way. I respect.
Look at that. Okay, I'm going to let that sit. Now we'll come back to that. All right, I'm having fun here. And then back to the steak, aged and then flash frozen at a peak of its freshness. So why is that important? Because listen, this is not grocery store stuff. You have no idea how long a steak's been sitting at the grocery store. But here, when you defrost this, it's going to taste exactly the same time as when we flash froze this. 12 months from now, it'll be the same. And again, listen, the meat you're getting is what white tablecloths have. I mean, this is beautiful. I think I did a rare one for our friend who likes a little bit on the rare side. Look at that juice. And by the way, for a ribeye, look at how lean that is. I mean, all that flavor is inside. But look, there's not a lot of fat there, just enough fat. But look at that. These are lean. And like you said, Mary, by the way, the bone weighs a lot. Yeah. There is no extra weight here.
Point.
This is 8 ounces. And I know people are like, well, the bone gives it more flavor. Listen, it doesn't give it that much more flavor. I mean, you're talking about a ribeye. It already has its own flavor and could stand up against any flavors, blue cheese, caramelized onions. I mean, you name it, this can handle it. And by the way, the gifting thing, I have my box. So I tell my wife,
thank you.
I said, honey, can you get me a bow for my box? And I didn't realize she would give me a bow this big.
She puts bows on like you put butter in. I mean, that's anything worth doing is worth overdoing. I like it.
We're excess here. And you know what I like about this deal, Mary, is, a lot of times people say, well, let's set a budget, right? Yeah. We're going to spend X amount of money on our boss or our mom or our dad. I like this because it kind of fits right in there where I don't have to get like 6 or 7 different things. I get one box. I get the steak book, right? This awesome. Look at that. I mean, come on, that's sharp, right? You got the guy with the knife and the thing here, and then you open it up, and it tells you exactly how to cook the ribeye, exactly how long, 18 minutes if you want medium rare, and then you're off to the races. It's that easy.
You know, I know we have a video that shows you in the heart of Kansas City Steak Company. Can you walk us through what were you doing this day, and what are you wearing?
Well, listen, first of all, our meat factory is like immaculate. So you cannot show almost no body parts whatsoever. And that's what really makes this great. I was there, Mary, to get invigorated. I needed to get excited about the upcoming year, which is the last year we had. I wanted to meet the butchers, which they've been there for 35 years, right? Wow. And I'm talking with everyone, and everyone's equally as excited as I am. And by the time I left my trip, the plant, I had like 10 meetings with everybody, and everyone's so excited about steak. And I said to myself, if these people are this excited about steak, I'm in good hands, and so are you, because you're going to love our steaks. We care that much.
Wow. Ralph, it's been a popular choice in the show today live. It is something that a couple hundred people have already said, yes, I want this on my holiday table. I look at this, too, as more than or about half of the folks that are shopping right now are picking it up on auto delivery. So when it comes to that choice, I think that's a super smart one, because every time it ships to you, it's $31.52 less than what other folks are paying. So that already is a great deal. But these are boneless ribeye steaks. All of the flavor, all of the juiciness, all of the tenderness of that favorite cut of meat. But it's so easy to cook. Cook it up in a cast iron pan if you want to. Give it a good sear on the grill if you would like to. Give it a pan sear, finish it in the oven. Finish it with your favorite seasoning. Top it with butter. Make a compound. I've learned how to make compound butter, Ralph. There is no stopping me now. I know. I'm never going to stop talking about it. But
and it's so easy, right? We give you the seasoning.
It's so easy. So, make it what you would like. Have steak tacos. Have, steak and potato if you would like to. The potatoes are available. Oh my gosh, amazing. But you can use this steak in so many different ways. It's a very versatile cut, but it's a super flavorful cut. So enjoy those 5 easy payments of $28. Enjoy the free shipping, especially on auto delivery, where it's going to continue coming to you every 90 days for a year. But Ralph, I know we're going to take a quick hard right. We're going to come right back. But wait, these potatoes are coming up. You're going to present these later on, right?
Oh, yeah. These are our double stuffed bacon and cheddar. We didn't realize, because a lot of times we'll put these with a protein, and then the QVC foodies have said, listen, I just want the potatoes because they're outrageous and they're so good. So we figured, why not? Let's put together a nice offering. And
you know what's happening with those potatoes? They're very popular already. You're supposed to give us a full presentation later. There's only 150 remaining.
Okay.
Whoops. Whoopsies.
All right.
They cheddar, bacon. You had me at hello. But you know what? When it comes to this, I have very specific